is a law. I don't know whether somebody wants us to legislate in the law 133. I mean, I'm just struggling to understand how a lawyer will be expecting that we should put in the law that a 24-hour economy should be a 133. Certainly that beats my imagination. There are different variants of 24-hour operations. One can decide to do 122, one can decide to do 133, but that doesn't mean that it is still not a 24-hour economy. So, at the end of the day, please, I listen to you in silence. Why are you jittery? Why are you jittery? We have just started and you are already struggling. Just keep quiet and listen. Mr. Speaker, we were in this country where we were already building schools, but we still set up a law, an authority that was set up as the GET Fund. Was it because we were not building schools? We were in this country when our district assemblies were developing our communities, but we came here and set up development authorities. Were we not building toilets that you were building with the authorities? So what do you mean by the fact that an activity is already being done? If you want to undertake a policy that is intersectorial, you need a coordinating mechanism to ensure that all the agencies that are participating in implementing that authority or that activity work together and get coordinated. That is what this authority is going to do. Because when we say 24-hour economy, 24-hour economy is not the same as agriculture. It is not the same as industry. It is a mainstreaming activity that you find almost in every sphere of life. So you find 24-hour economy in agriculture, you find it in industry, and you find it in services. As a result of that, you need to coordinate all those activities that you need to create the enabling environment for those agencies and institutions to be able to implement 24-hour economy. And that is what we are going to do, and you are beginning to shiver because somehow you thought that 24-hour economy was going to be your Ghana Beyond Aid that never had a policy. You thought that 24-hour economy was going to be like your free senior high school that never had a policy. You are trying to think that 24-hour economy was going to operate like your one district, one factory that never had a policy. Your digitalization that never had a policy. Today, we are walking the talk. Today, we are implementing a policy backed by a coordinating mechanism that will ensure that whatever we want to do is well thought out and implemented and funded. And that is where NPP will remain in opposition for the next 30 years because of 24-hour economy. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, it appears people did not even read the memorandum that came with the bill. If people had read the memorandum that came with the bill, they would have been clear what Cabinet and the government of Ghana wants to do with this authority. And it is not our fault that you don't read. The fact that you don't read is not our fault. But please, I would ask you to go back and read the memorandum that accompanied the bill so that you don't embarrass yourself before the people of Ghana. You don't come and make arguments that are not supported by the facts. And that the bill itself has a memorandum which explains what the government wants to do. And if you are minded, you will go and read it. Mr. Speaker, what this 24-hour economy and the authority is thinking of doing is to ensure that we create an environment that allows the private sector to take the commanding height in the implementation of this 24-hour economy. We want to make sure that at this time, when the government has already set the environment that promotes business, interest rates are dropping like you have never seen before. Inflation is all over the place, and exchange rate today is something that you dreamt for 1,000 years and you can never do it. So this is the time. This is the time that businessmen have confidence in the economy. This is the time that businessmen can raise money at a cheaper cost to implement 24-hour economy. This is the time that it is cheaper to import capital equipment from abroad because the exchange rate is lower. Mr. Speaker, at this point in time, it is very clear that my colleagues do not understand when 24-hour economy authority is talking about human capital development. It doesn't mean that we don't have education in Ghana and that we are now going to set up STEM. What it simply means is that you must work with industry to ensure that our training institutions bring out the caliber of human resources that we need. And STEM is one of the key drivers of that agenda.